Hey guys, it's Krystal, and as you may have heard and probably already know, iOS 14 is officially out. It's definitely one of the bigger iOS updates maybe ever. A lot of people have been going crazy customizing their screens, so have I, and I'm really excited to talk about it. So here's a look at my beautiful home screen. For all my Animal Crossing fans, you probably already know what this is. Obviously, we got those widgets, which was a big thing that we were expecting with iOS 14. And now that it's officially out, there's so many more widgets that we can choose from and customize. But beyond that, another really cool thing is those customizable app icons. There's a little workaround I'm gonna show you so you can get them to look however you want them to look like. Before I show you how to do that though, I want to give a shout out to the amazing graphic designer who designed the app icons that I'm using. I'll put her Twitter handle right here so you can check out her work, and also the link below where I downloaded these so you can download them yourself and support her if you love Animal Crossing as much as I do. So to customize, you go into the Shortcuts app, you add a new shortcut, add action, and then go into scripting, open app, then you'll choose from your whole list of apps that you want to customize. I'm gonna go with calculator, then press the three little dots on the top. Then what you do is press add to home screen. So now you can select an image for that shortcut. So yes, it is a shortcut. It's not technically actually switching the icon. You're just adding a shortcut to your home screen. So I'm gonna choose the photo that I want to add. Here I have all those beautiful Animal Crossing icons. Where's the calculator one? There it is. All right, choose the photo. Gonna label it calculator on the home screen as well. Add it to home screen. Now if we go to our home screen, it's right there. And it has that cute little Animal Crossing look to it. I'm gonna put it up here. There we go. Beautiful. There are some downsides to doing this though, because as I mentioned, you are launching a shortcut. You're not truly changing the app icon. So when you press on your app, it's gonna go to the shortcut screen first, and then it's gonna launch your app. So you gotta deal with that annoying little animation beforehand every single time. And I know Android users are probably laughing at iPhone users for using this because technically it is a workaround for what you really want to do. So hopefully Apple embraces this down the road, because I have seen so many beautiful home screen setups that you guys have been sharing with me. Now let's dive into some of the specific widgets that I've been using these past couple of days. On the top here with the date, I have Widgetsmith, and you might have seen this in people's setups already. It's one of those apps that have blown up like crazy in the past week, and you can do a whole number of things. I just have the date in that teal color because it looks so good with this Animal Crossing setup, but let's dive into here and see what you can do. So there's a whole number of widgets that you can choose from, small, medium, large. And if I want to customize one, you can do time, date, photo widgets, calendar, reminders, weather, health and activity, tides, and astronomy. That's a whole lot. Of course, it lets you go deeper with customization in terms of font and the color of the background and the text. So Widgetsmith is definitely one of those go-to widget apps. And the only thing that I gotta say with widgets in general, and also like the app icon shortcut thing, I wish that you could remove the little text underneath the widget and the apps to make it like even cleaner. But again, maybe it's one of those things that gets added down the road. On a basic level, if you have no idea how to add widgets, or if you're wondering which apps that you use are taking advantage of them, just long press on your screen, then go to the top left, that little plus sign, press on there, and then you can scroll through all the different widgets that you have, as well as the apps that support them. Now, the second widget that I have on my home screen is actually one of those smart stacks, so I have 3 in there. and it kind of just rotates throughout the day. This photo widget here though is one of my favorite things because again, it's one of those like design elements that you can add now, and it's really not functional other than it looking cute. So I'm gonna dive into the photo widget app, and I have these 2 Animal Crossing images. I'm trying to collect more, but I literally just pull these from online. Like the Isabel picture is from the Animal Crossing Twitter, I believe. And this other one is literally just something that I found randomly online in Google search. So you can literally add whatever you want, and it can run through your images throughout the day. If you go into the settings of the photo widget app, you can do whatever interval you want. I have 30 minutes. I should probably, let me make that 5 minutes so it can refresh a little more. Still looking for some pictures. I might even like draw one and add it into there so it's like even more customized by me. But I love the way that looks. And with Smart Stacks, like I said, you can add a whole number of widgets in that little stack. So I just have the weather in the other one and my activity rings. One thing worth noting with that interval time though, if you have it changing more frequently, it might affect your battery life. So if you find yourself struggling with battery, you might want to think about how often you have those photos switching. Just keep that in mind. On my second page here, I have some of the apps from the first page and some extra ones just because I'm not fully used to that whole shortcut life quite yet. And on the third page, I have even more widgets that I've been loving these past few days, and also just some cool suggestions in case you guys are looking for cool widgets to use. The first one is Todoist, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a to-do list that you can check off throughout the day. I just like this cleaner look. I think it's a cleaner look than the Reminders app, so I like that there. Right below that, I have a calendar widget from the app called Dawn. Again, purely just love how clean it looks, goes great with everything else I have going on. And next to that, for my ladies watching, I have Cube, and it's just to track those days of the month. It's a really cool app because it directly syncs to the health app and cycle, so you don't have to worry about like logging in anything separately or like going into 2 separate apps. It all ties together and it's just a fun way to keep track of things. Below that though, we have Lumi, which is an app that I've used for a long time, but it's cool that I could take advantage of his widget now. For my photographer and videographer friends, it essentially lets you be aware of when that golden hour is gonna hit for both morning and evening so you don't miss that shot. Next up over here, I have some more of my favorite apps inside folders, but one of my favorite things with iOS 14 now is the ability to hide pages. Since I don't always need this page out here, I can completely just take advantage of that and hide it. So we can select off and could just tuck it away so that page is not in my rotation since I don't use it that much. But whenever I want to go back to it, I can just check it back on and it's back. Personally, I like to keep that hidden most of the time and take advantage of the app library that we now have because it does a pretty good job at categorizing all of my different apps. So I feel like over time, I'll get rid of more of those folders and take advantage of this more. But another thing that I've been doing a lot more frequently is just swiping down and using Spotlight Search to find my app. Another little tip to clean your screens up a bit: if you don't need quick access to certain apps, you can long press and press the minus symbol so that you don't delete the app, but you can instead move it to the app library. Finally, all the way to the left, I have the original widget screen that I feel like I've been using a lot more since iOS 14 dropped. I love seeing my battery levels at a glance, and I'm really excited to see all the different widgets that we're gonna be getting down the road. But if you guys wanna see a more in-depth look at all the different tips and tricks with iOS 14, I have a video linked down below where I cover things like that back tap and customizing that. So make sure you check that out. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.